Throughout Ken Kaneki's life, he has had significant character development. It is something we as viewers can not only learn from, but also study. This is WangInsights, and in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys strategies on how to become more like Ken Kaneki and how to continue to apply it in your own self-development. As a disclaimer, I will only be referencing Kaneki's development from the anime and not the manga, so sorry manga fans. Don't rage at me in the comments, but with that aside, be sure to watch this video all the way through to the end and do not skip any strategies. And if you do like this video, be sure to leave a comment, like, and subscribe. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Self-appreciation. Throughout Tokyo Ghoul, we see this development in Kaneki, most notably at the end of Season 1. Just like he accepted who he was, we ourselves also must accept who we are and learn to love ourselves. Kaneki tells himself, "I'm a Ghoul," finally highlighting the pivotal point in which he starts to understand himself. We even saw this prevalent even when he realized he couldn't fight being Kaneki forever when he was Heisei. If we're able to practice this, we can not only become happier people, but we can also spread joy to the others around us. This will help you in many scenarios: jobs, relationships, friendships, anything. To be able to have that effect on people and make their mood better will help you elevate yourself to a higher position of power. If you can appreciate yourself, you'll be able to appreciate others. Appreciate the good things in life and endure the bad ones. Even after all Kaneki goes through in his life, whether it was the torture, the tragedy of Wanteku, or even trying to find love and being turned into a ghoul, Kaneki has had his fair share of conflicts. Throughout all this, he is still able to find his light in the dark. He makes new friends, becomes a leader to many, and even finds love in Toka. Through all the bad times, he's always had the good things to keep him going, especially Hide. When you apply practices like this into your own life, remember that at the end of the day, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. As Kaneki says himself, "I still claw forward. I still search for beauty because it's worth it." No matter what hardships you go through, just know in the end, working hard, fighting for what you want, and making the most out of it is what truly matters. Balance your experiences with others' opinions. When faced with different ideologies, Kaneki went through various different changes throughout his life, whether it was what his mother taught him, Aogiri, Wanteku, or any of the other characters who may have had an influence on him. A lot of times these views clash with one another, such as Wanteku wanting humans and ghouls to live amongst each other, versus Aogiri who wants ghoul superiority, or even another notable one, with Rize's ideologies versus his mother's. Kaneki is forced to just find out his own ideology based on the thing he experiences rather than just going off of what one group or person says. In our lives, we must do this ourselves. Too many times in our generation, people are okay with being sheep and just listening to whatever they hear. The media tends to control us and influence what we think rather than thinking for ourselves. We must break this way of indoctrination and learn to listen to other ideas, but yet also formulate our own based on our own experiences. Elevate your perspective. Ken Kaneki's journey, his perspective on different aspects of life changes. These changes being his view on human-ghoul interactions, the world itself, and even his perspective on the way he thinks and how that affects those around him. An example of this is when he turns into a ghoul in the first episode when he is forced to see things from the way of a ghoul does, not a human. He's unable to reveal to Hide his true nature. He has to learn to force himself to eat human food, and overall just accept things in the world are cruel and unfair. This does help him in the long run though, as it allows him to develop as a character and become someone who can connect with many. Questioning our own assumptions and being able to adapt even when faced with uncomfortable situations can lead to profound personal growth. Kaneki's journey serves as a reminder that self-development often requires challenging our own perspectives and being open to others. Pain isn't unbearable, just don't magnify it. Kaneki's life is riddled with physical and emotional pain, from the brutality of his torture to the emotional weight of his relationships, especially with his parents. He is able to cope with the death of his father through his books, but as for his mother, it becomes a little more painful. We saw Kaneki magnify this pain when it comes to his mother's ideologies were being questioned by Rize. After this event, we saw him become more controlled and not letting out his emotions even when in dire situations. He accepts that pain is inevitable, and it can only help him improve his growth. If we can acknowledge this pain without magnifying it, it can lead to a more resilient and empowered self. Pain isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes it is necessary for us to go through this, and those good pains, we must come to not fear it, but accept it. Thank you everyone who stayed till the end. If you like seeing this kind of content, be sure to subscribe for more. Leave a comment below about what was the most helpful tip. And with that, I'll see you in the next one.
I reside with my crew as we seek to find the truth. Hands red from the unspeakable things we had to do. If I